Greetings, toy heads, and welcome to another episode of Go Figure with me, your host, Eli Williams, the action figure show about news, reviews, collecting, tips, customizations, kit bashing, everything that goes into this fun, nerdy hobby that you and I both love. And in this special episode, we're going to be doing an unboxing and review of the Hasbro Marvel Legends series, The Void Build-A-Figure Wave, Marvel's Crystar. I'm exceptionally excited about this because I actually had the original Crystar action figure. He's the only one out of all of them that I had. Had no idea who he was, but just thought he looked cool. And when they announced that they were going to put this up for pre-order, I was all over it. So let's dive in here. We've got up here at the top, you see Marvel's Build-A-Figure, Marvel's The Void. We have the Marvel logo on top of the box. Legend series. There you can see Crystar and all his Crystariness. Marvel's Crystar, Hasbro logo, warning choking hazard. Don't put action figures in your mouth. On the side here, we've got that classic Marvel artwork there from the comics. Same on this side. On the back here, we've got that beautiful artwork again there from the comics, and then a multilingual blurb about Crystar. There's the Build-A-Figure Wave for Marvel's The Void. The only other one I'm getting out of this series is the Power Princess for customizing purposes, really only. And I think you pretty much know what I'm going to be doing with that. Same that a lot of people are going to be doing. Jibbery jabbery legal jargon across the board, ages 0 to 3, you know what that means.
If your child is not born yet, they shouldn't play with these toys.
That's right, you're welcome. Marvel, Hasbro, and then on the bottom here, more jibbery jabbery legal jargon, Houses of Klingon, and barcode. I'm going to get him out of the box, going to get him on the pedestal, and we're going to have a look. And here we have him on the pedestal. Let's have a look at the accessories. First and foremost, we'll go over the Void Build-A-Figure Wave arms, I guess, or tentacles. I don't really know. Very rubbery, almost looks like gummy, gummy candy, if the gummy candy was grotesque and looked like scorpion tails. These are pretty neat. I really don't have any intention of... I'm actually going to have 3 figures out of this wave's worth of Build-A-Figure pieces on this guy. But, you know, they're somewhat semi-soft rubbery plastic and translucent sort of maroon, purplish color. But, yeah, 4 big scorpion tails, and that is that. That's all they really are. I don't know if these are arms or if they just come out of his back. I think maybe they just come out of his back. But anyway, there they are. I'm going to set those aside. Then we have Crystar's sword, all in translucent blue plastic there. Looks really good. It's all nice and straight. Came out of the package. Beautifully done. This is very reminiscent of the original Crystar figure. It really, they did a good job because it looks a lot like the one that I had, with a minor, I guess not minor, but minor to medium difference on there. But yeah, we've got the sword, and then we have the shield, also in translucent, a little bit more translucent plastic on the shield there. One thing I do like about this shield is it just has the single handle on the back. I remember the original shield, the little piece there in the middle popped out for whatever reason on the original figure. But yeah, we've got the sword and the shield there for Crystar. And then he comes with 2 sets of hands. By default, he's got a fisted hand on his right and a splayed out hand on his left. The other 2 hands are 2 grip hands that he comes with. So obviously you're going to put, you know, you're going to put the left grip hand on there. It really wants to focus on him. He's drawing all the camera attention. So obviously, if you want the shield, you're going to have to use this hand. I suppose you could use that other one. and we may try that. But yeah, we've got two grip hands, a right-fisted hand, and a left splayed-out hand. And then here we have Crystar. Let me grab Mr. Ruler here, and we will measure him up, and he stands at approximately to the tip top of his helmet crown, right at about 6.5 inches tall. Let's dive into this. 100% brand new sculpt. There is no way of getting around that. Looks just really good. I mean, obviously, being a translucent figure, you're going to see the little bits and bobs in there with the joints and the mechanics. But that being said, this looks really, really good. This looks really, really good. Minor detail, or minor to medium detail, that I said earlier was that the crown or helmet does not come off. It did come off in the original, but this does not come off. It is on there, which, you know, is not a deal breaker for me. That's fine. Really, really detailed, like a cut gem musculature on him. Looks really, really good. We've got the crown helmet, however you want to look at it up here, with some with a red point there on the front, and then some red with like sort of a wing, almost like a Captain America wing texture, or a not texture but wing design there on the side. Little red point there in the front with a gem in there. They didn't do any detail on the gems that, or the gem on the helmet or the boots for whatever reason. But really nice looking. You got that gem right there, the same gem that's like in the shield on his chest. Down to, we got a pair of red trunks with a little gem diamond thing there in the front of the belt. The belt and it looks like the belt and the trunks are separate, but fit together, seem like with a seam to make them appear to be one piece. And we've got some splayed out gauntlet gloves there on the wrists, on each arm, going down to more of that translucent Crystar leg, crystal leg looking stuff there, going down into the boots, bright red boots with the little gems on the front, and then all the way down to the feet. So not a lot of color in this, basically translucent blue and red, but it works. It totally works. Looking at articulation, we have the static neck with a ball joint, static neck with a ball hinge, sorry. Right there. Head does pop on and off very easily. Going down with the head there, I'm getting ahead of myself. Full rotation on the head, really, really good down. Well, I guess that's not bad on the up, considering he's got that helmet coming down in the back. Arms, full rotation on the arms. Hinge at the shoulder, going out. Ooh, that one's really tight. There we go. Ooh, I didn't want to go overly anxious there with the arms, being that this is a different type of material. But you get your arms right straight out to the T formation, bicep swivel, double elbow that catches right there where that gauntlet into the arm. And then the wrists, we've got a full rotation on the wrist with an in and out hinge on the left. I'm assuming, oh man. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this bothers me right here with the, it's almost works better when you turn it outward and then bring it down. Yeah, that bicep peg really scares me there. Down to the fist here, which does have an in and out. The grip hand for the right does have an up and down hinge, as well as the left grip hand is up and down. So the fist and the splayed out hand are in and out. The other ones are up and down. Down to the mid torso, we've got a ab crunch hinge, torso hinge there, giving us some ab crunch forward and back. Not too shabby. Waist swivel, very important. You will notice that when you do turn that catches on that gem. So you want to be extra careful when you're turning him too far. Well, not very far, but it catches. I feel like that probably should have been lower on that. That's a mechanical issue there that's hard to get around. That does not. Well, I'm assuming you could pop that off, but that's going to leave a hole. Legs out to. Let me move his arms back. Legs out to there. Full splits right there. Do we have a drop down? Not a drop down ball joint, but we do have a thigh swivel and a double knee going right back to there where that's catching on the boot. Again, very smooth joints on the legs. Detents on the feet and a forward rocker. Let's pop his hands off, and they come off very easily. Pop these off and we'll get him geared up. Okay. Get his sword in his hand. These hands are very a little softer than the hands normally are, so these are popping in there very easily. It's actually quite nice. Yeah, so there we go. Oh, well, nope, he's wanting to fall over. Didn't have him propped up all the way. There we go. So, yeah, he looks really good. He looks really good. It reminds me so much of the original figure from Kenner. I believe it was Kenner that made those. Yeah, he looks very, very good. Let's pop him off the pedestal and we'll line him up with some other characters and see how he scales up. And here we have him with the Medico Mafex Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Imperial Stormtrooper version 2, the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series Shockwave, and the Mezco 1/12 Collective Superman Man of Steel Edition. All in all, I'm very pleased with him. I think he looks amazing. Few details. The gem on the belt and the helmet not being removable is not really a deal breaker, but I kind of feel like that should have been something. Maybe the gem be a little bit smaller and having the helmet removed. I'm going to give him. I would have given this a 10 out of 10. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Outside of those two minor details, I think he's an amazing looking figure. He's going to have great shelf presence. On my Marvel shelf. He's gonna look really great. Yeah, but you know, there's those two little things that just kind of pulled him back a little bit for me, but not much. Amazing looking figure, great detail. They did a good job with the translucence on him. 8 out of 10. So that'll do it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that bell so you can get information on all the good things coming out of my channel. You all have yourselves a great week and a great day. I'll see you next time. And until then, don't forget to get your figure on. Take care.